Hello everybody, my name is Annie. Welcome back to my channel. So the video for today is a little bit different. I haven't done anything like this before and I think you guys will enjoy it. I know that I'm in desperate need of organizing my bookshelves. I only have 2 shelves at the moment. I'll show you in a minute where they both are. And they are to maximum capacity or getting there. Or at least that's how I feel. So I'm trying to organize it, go through them, maybe take out some of the books that I know for a fact that I'm not going to read or that I'm not going to read immediately, and maybe store them somewhere else. I'll see what I figured out, but they definitely need some rearrangement. So that's the plan for today. I'm going to take everything out, organize it by category, and then try to put them all back in different ways. Typically, when I organize my shelves, I like to organize them by genre. Once I separate them into genre, then it's just by feel. It's very chaotic, I know. But I've seen some people do this thing in their bookshelf where they turn around the books that they have not read yet. So you only see the spine of the books that have been read, and then you see the pages of the ones that they have not read. Now, at the moment, more than 50% of my books are unread, which is my whole issue that I've been trying to tackling. So I'm not sure how that's going to look, especially once I arrange them by category, because definitely there's going to be some categories that I read more than others. Like, for example, my romantasy and fantasy shelves, most of them are read, versus maybe my classics, I have less read there. So I think I want to try it regardless and see how that looks, and maybe give me like a visual push of, okay, I need to turn more spines around. So I'm going to try a couple things and see what sticks. But yeah, come along for the ride. Let's organize my bookshelves together. Okay, so this is what we're working with at the moment. I have here my fantasy and romantasy bookshelf. And then up to there is not too bad. Obviously disorganized, but then this craziness starts happening where I just have a mass of stuff. It's extremely miscellaneous stuff. My mom is reading Abby Jimenez's book in Spanish, so she's loving that. And she usually sits here by the light and has them there, so that's fine. I'll keep that there for her. But then I have stuff for my Etsy shop in the corner there, like my mailing stuff. And it's just a little bit of a mess. So let's try to organize that. And then over here in the other side of the TV, I have my other shelf. This one has the classics, literature, romance, and some self-help books down at the bottom. So this one is literally stuff I tried to put this book in there and it didn't fit. So I'm trying to see if I can divide, because obviously in the other bookshelf I had some empty space. So I'm trying to see if I can rearrange it where they both have a more cohesive kind of flow to the bookshelf.
the reading material immensely.
So what's the verdict?
I am an autumn.
Okay, and this is the final product so far. I have here all the fantasy, romantasy category. Everything that you see the pages on, I have not read, and only the stuff that have the spine out is what I have read. And then we continue down to romance. Most of those romances actually read by my mom. They're in Spanish. So I flipped them over. I don't think I'm going to be reading them, but everything else that you see the pages, it's on me. And then we go to the next. And we have the classics here. Again, the only thing that is visible is what I read. The pages I have not. And this is like literature and some Dan Brown. Okay, guys, and that is how the bookshelves end up looking. I am really happy of how they look because it really is making me concentrate on trying to flip as many books as possible. Hopefully before the end of the year, they will look a little bit different. But I do enjoy the fact that you only see the spines or the front of the books that I have actually read. And it's making me actually think of how much I read of each category, because I thought I was reading a lot more like literature and classics, but I'm not. I knew the fantasy was going to be like the top that I read because that is my preferred genre. But I thought I have read a lot more of the romance books that I have, and I really have not. So something to think about, I guess. And that comes to the conclusion of the video. Let me know if you like it. I hope I give you some inspiration so maybe you can organize your bookshelves as well. Maybe do this whole flipping the pages around with me and see how it goes. Let me know in the comments and what you think. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the comments. Bye.